Come on. There we go. Record. Good morning, hello, and welcome to This Date in History, aka TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred on this date in years past, both recognized by other historians, but mainly things we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The sources of this information come from the smart device application Today in History. What happened today in history?
Historical calendar on this day.com.
Yep. For links to those sources, the music, anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar of the description below. Anyway, I am Eozander, and today I'm joined by...
Sohin.
And Loki like it.
There he is. Anyway, today is Woden's Day, aka Wednesday, aka Odin's Day, May 10th, 2023. Mr. Sohin, do you want to start us off here?
Yeah. Oh. Let me do it because the phone locked. 1267, Vienna's church orders all Jews to wear a distinctive garb.
Oh,
that's... the yarmulke?
I don't know. I don't know the origins of the yarmulke, but that reminds me a lot of the stars that the Germans had, them wear, so...
Yeah. Also, in 1291, Scottish noble recognizes the authority of King Edward.
There's one in between. There's one in between I have here that raised my eyebrows, so to speak. 1278, Jews of England were imprisoned on charges of coining. What the hell does that mean?
That was when this... I don't know, coining. That sounds...
Coining. The practice of coining involves rubbing heated oil on the skin, most commonly the chest, back, or shoulders. I don't know why it's spelled like that. And then strongly rubbing a coin over the area in a linear fashion until a red mark is seen, a doorway for the wind to get out. What?
I'm guessing that thing to do with the hot suction cup, the hot cups. Now,
the
days.
Hot cups? Huh. I don't know.
Yeah. No. There's this thing you'll put like these cups on you, on your back.
Huh. Oh. I think you're like okay. I think I know what you're talking about. Like for massages and such.
Yes.
Okay, that's a weird reason to imprison Jews or anybody. Like, but
maybe they weren't invited to that party.
Yeah, maybe they were jealous that they didn't get the therapy. They were like, oh, how dare you get relaxed without me? Go to jail and see what it's like to be in my shoes. I don't know. Anyway. But yeah, you got another one here in 1294.
Yeah, my phone locked on me again.
Oof.
1294, Timur Khan declared emperor of the Yan dynasty.
Khan!
The Khans.
Yes.
If it ain't Kublai Khan, it's Genghis Khan.
Yep.
Well, Genghis Khan ain't Kublai Khan. Then it's Timur Khan.
Yep. And here we go. You know, this guy's not spoken about enough. This man whose namesake is what gave America the name. You know, not just the U.S., but all of the North and South continents and all that stuff. 1497.
It's your turn.
No, you're reading the black ones. Remember?
Okay then. 1497, Americo Vespucci. The Italian navigator Americo Vespucci leaves for his first voyage to the New World. Disputed. At least he knew where he was going instead of that one guy who got lost.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, 1503, Christopher Columbus discovered the Cayman Islands. No, he accidentally found it.
Yeah. He just stumbled across. Oh, what are these? Oh, islands and Caymans. Woo.
Yep.
Well, if you want, we can try to do a 3x3, but like as I said, I have quite a bit between the ones, so it's still a formula in progress. People, bear with us. We got another one here. 1534, French navigator Jacques Cartier reached Newfoundland. Huh. Then we got
I can do the black ones. Okay. I'm still in the middle of a siege.
Okay.
Oh, that's a teammate.
Yeah, don't hurt a teammate, man. 1624?
Oh, bueno.
1624, Dutch Admiral Jacob Wilkins and Piet Hein conquered Salvador da Bahia, Brazil, also known as Brazil.
Or maybe what was it Brazil or was it in Brazil?
It's Brazil.
Okay. All right. We got one here in 1643. Essex County, Massachusetts was founded, which contained the town of Salem, in which the notorious witch trials will occur in 1692. Wow. Oh. And then we got 1652. John Johnson, a free African American, black U.S. citizen, whatever, a free black, was granted 550 acres in Northampton, Virginia. All right, awesome. Now that makes you wonder, like how, I'm not going to even go down that path of thought. Like, he got all that land. Now how is he going to work it? Did he get slaves? Like, that's a real question. Because there were black slave owners, in the South. Well, not in the South really, but but yeah. Anyway, then we got 1655. Jamaica was captured by the English. Huh.
Hell yeah.
All right. And then we got 1676. Bacon's Rebellion began. Frontiersmen versus Virginia government. Huh.
Ooh, never good.
Yeah, that was long before we were founded as a nation. 1676. Huh. That's interesting. What was Bacon's Rebellion? Let me look that up, actually. Bacon's Rebellion. I've never heard of this.
I know. Sounds delicious.
I know. Bacon's Rebellion was an armed rebellion held by Virginia settlers that took place from 1676 through 1677. It was led by Nathaniel Bacon against colonial governor William Berkeley after Berkeley refused Bacon's request to drive Native Americans out of Virginia. Oh, wow. So this was not a good rebellion.
Dear.
Like, he wanted to drive people out. He was not granted that permission, and then
No. It's like, no, you're not getting rid of Squatting Bear. He is cool.
I know, right?
Squatting Bear. It's like, Squatting Bear represents you.
Huh. Well, back to you, Mr. Sohan.
Sure. In 1765, British Longitude awards clockmaker John Harrison £10,000 for the invention of the naval longitude clock.
Oh, wow, that's big.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Also, 1768, John Wilkes is imprisoned for writing an article, The North Brighton, severely criticizing King George III. This action provokes rioting in London.
Ooh.
Yes. Also, 1774, Louis XVI ascends the throne of France.
Ah. A good old butterball looking guy. Look at that. Does he even have a chin? He's just a sphere.
Yeah, it looks like he enjoyed a lot of turkey.
Yeah, a lot of cake. 1775, during the American Revolution, the Green Mountain Boys captured Fort Ticonderoga in New York. That was a biggie.
Yes.
And while that was happening in 1775 as well, the Second Continental Congress, my fingers are not on the screen there, convened in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and issued paper currency for the first time. All right. That's pretty cool.
In 1775, Second Continental Congress in Philadelphia named George Washington Supreme Commander.
Oh man, dude, I wonder if that has anything to do, because like that happened on the same exact day. So like, and I went off camera because I'm looking for my wallet because I have something I want to show. Like they issued paper money for the first time, and then they also made him Supreme Commander. So I wonder if that's where this came from. George Washington dollar. So.
Maybe.
But let's see here. Okay. Still your turn there, sir.
I know. Come on. 8. No, it's your turn.
No, you're reading the black ones. Remember?
Okay. I thought you wanted to read the Parliament about the.
No.
Okay then. 1796. Napoleon defeats Austria in Battle of Lodi Bridge.
All right. We got here in 1797 the first U.S. Navy ship, the United States, was launched. Wow. So let me check this out. 1797 USS US. 1797 ship United States. Let's see what this looked like. All right. So that's the United States, the USS US.
Looks like a pretty sturdy boat.
Yeah. Pretty cool. Then back to you, Mr. Actually, no, I got one here in 1801. The First Barbary War, the Barbary Pirates of Tripoli declared war on the United States of America. This was the first U.S. foreign war. So that, with how we operate today, that's kind of like a head spinner right there. Our first international war was declared on us. We didn't go to them. How times have changed.
Lord, I thought you said Barbie for a minute.
The Barbie Wars, yes.
The Barbie
Oof.
Museum.
The Barbie Museum, oh my god. Anyway, what happened in 1804?
1804, British Prime Minister Henry Addington resigned, replaced by William Pitt the Younger.
Alright, well that's better than William Pitt the Older. You know, you always want to trade down in age, not up. So, we also got here in 1823, the first steamboat to navigate the Mississippi River arrived at Fort Snelling. Cool. And 1 year later, in 1824, the National Gallery in London opened to the public in its temporary home in a townhouse on Pall Mall. Well, that's interesting. So on a cigarette, isn't Pall Mall a brand of cigarets?
Yes, it is.
I believe it is.
So they opened up in a townhome temporarily on a cigarette. That's a weird place to have a National Gallery, but okay. We also have in 1837, the Panic of 1837, New York City banks fail and unemployment reached record levels. Huh, that sounds rather,
Worrisome.
relevant to today's current times. So, and in 1849, Astor Place riot. Backers of U.S. actor and working-class hero Edwin Forrest attempted to disrupt British actor William McReady's performance at Astor Palace Opera House in New York City. Military troops supporting the police shot at the crowd, killing between 22 and 31. Wow, that escalated quickly. Holy crap.
So quickly.
Wow. 1857.
1857, Indian mutiny against rule by the British East India Company begins with the revolt of the Sepoy soldiers in Meerut.
Oh yeah, India wanted independence, you know. Well, they were independent before the British took over, and then they formed them into like a proper country, I guess. I don't know, like.
Yeah, and now they're tech support.
Yeah. Oh God. Well, let's see. What else do we got here? 1861, Union troops marched on state militia in St. Louis, Missouri, and I believe this is at the very beginning, if not before the start of the Civil War. That's the right year. So yeah, they're marching on state militia over there. But then yeah, we got some more Civil War stuff here. But then the next one is 1865. It's all yours.
1865, Confederate President Jefferson Davis captured by Union troops at Irvinsville, Georgia. U.S. Civil War.
Yep. And for whatever reason, our president later pardoned him or something and posthumously reinstated him as whatever seat he had prior to him leaving and creating the CSS. Something like that. Our government does weird things. So, ooh, this one's really good. 1869.
1869, Gold Spike driven, completing the first U.S. transcontinental railroad. Promontory Summit, Utah, and connecting the Central Pacific Railroad with the Union Pacific.
Yep. On this date, back in 1869, the United States, coast to coast, was finally connected. That's huge. That is enormous. So, wow. Anyway, 1870, Jem Mace defends his heavyweight crown against Irish champion Joe Coburn. It lasted 1 hour and 17 minutes, and neither was struck by a punch. Wow. So rope-a-dope, dodge and weave and all that stuff. But then what else do we got? We got the 1871, 1 year after, a peace of Frankfurt am Main concluded between France and Germany ended the Franco-Prussian War. All right.
Nice. Also, 1872, Victoria Woodhull becomes first woman nominated for U.S. presidency by Equal Rights Party at Apollo Hall, New York City.
Wow. Wow.
Interesting.
All the way back in 1872, they're nominating a woman. That is awesome. They don't teach anybody about that. And all this feminist crap. They only teach the bad stuff, not the good. You got to look at both sides. You got another one here, 1877.
1877, U.S. President Rutherford B. Hayes has first White House telephone installed in the telegraph room.
Ooh. All right. We're going to move on up to 1883. We got the first appendectomy was performed in North America by Abraham Groves in Canada. Oh, Canadian. Look at that, Loki. Yeah, got some Canadian history up in here. And 1 year later, 1894, Hong Kong government declared port was infected with the plague, the bubonic plague, the Black Death. The outbreak will go on to kill 20,489 people over 29 years. Oh my God. That's a real epidemic right there. And then jumping up into the 1900s, 1902, Portugal went bankrupt, but its parliament passed a bill converting its external debt. Contributing to Portugal's troubles was its recent revolt in its colony of Angola, put down on September 6th. So I think prior to that, 1901, I'm not sure. But then 4 years after that, in 1906, speaking of six, Russian Duma, the parliament, met for the first time. All right. And then 1908, we got the first Mother's Day was observed in Philadelphia. All right, we spoke about Mother's Day being proclaimed as such yesterday. And for those who didn't see yesterday's show, the inventor of Mother's Day ended up hating it because it got commercialized to hell and gone. Just like Christmas and Easter and Valentine's Day and Halloween and anything really else that people can make money off of, they are. Or what?
420.
Yeah, which is ironic. Everybody's out there celebrating 420. That's Adolf Hitler's birthday. You're smoking
also,
one with evil.
Columbine Massacre and Deepwater Horizon.
You are correct. I forgot about that. You are correct. All on that date. Different years, of course, but yeah. We also have, let's see here, 1910, the first aircraft air display was held in Hendon, England. So an air show or something. Or I guess just displaying the aircraft, oh, come and look at the aircraft, from close. So.
Yep.
And while that was happening in 1910 as well, Halley's Comet closest approach to Earth in its 1910 pass. All right, so the perihelion, cool.
Yeah.
And now we get back to you, Mr. Sohan, with a historic invention here. This one's big.
1915, Canadian physician Connolly McPherson first presents his gas mask invention to the British War Office.
More Canadian stuff there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That actually helps.
Yes.
That's a good invention.
A really good invention. And all the stuff that was invented afterwards, we got you Canadians to thank for the gas mask and everything subsequent after that. Thank you, Moose people.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Moving on up to 1922, we have Dr. Irvie Williams was the first woman to be called to the English bar. And I believe that is coming up to the court of law, you come up to the bench or something. Or I think that's I'm not entirely sure. I think
unless it's a legit bar, here, come get you a drink.
English bar.
Come get you a pint.
Dr. Ivy Williams. Not William. English bar. She never practiced. Okay, so this is lawyer stuff. So,
yeah,
I was right.
She passed the bar.
Oh, wow. She looks weird with a... What the hell? Wow, dude, look at that picture. She looks like a man. Huh.
Yeah,
Well, I
Not
mean,
a very
like,
flattering garb.
no. Well, I mean, like, keep in mind she was the first woman, so like, it really was a man's world back in the day. Very much not today anymore. Definitely not. In fact, it's the
Nope.
exact opposite. But like, that's really interesting. Like, but to this day, the English judges, out in Britain, they still wear powdered wigs and such. So that's just part of their thing. What else do we got here? Ooh, you get to talk about Shirley Temple's pen pal, Mr. Sohan.
Yes, 1924, J. Edgar Hoover appointed head of FBI.
Yep, he was the first director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, mind you. And Sohan, do you want to tell Loki here the interesting story, that I just hinted at?
It's but it's horrible at the same time because Shirley Temple was receiving death threats to the point J. Edgar Hoover had to step in.
And what did he give her?
Became pen pals. A tear gas pen.
Yeah, he gave her a pen that had tear gas in it so she can defend herself. A little girl. A little girl getting death threats, and the director of the FBI has to come in and save her. Wow.
All because of a scene of her dancing with Bojangles.
Oh yeah, that's right, racism. Yeah, yeah. You think people are bad today with the internet? They're just as bad as they ever have been. Like, the internet has just allowed people to spread their disease. But
only difference is, back then, they were man enough to do it.
Yeah.
Even though they backed up their threats.
Yeah, so I guess we can thank the internet for turning people into pussies, So anyway, moving on up to 1925, to control demonstrations against foreigners, British troops in Shanghai fired into a crowd, leading to a boycott against British goods. Oh yeah, what a great idea! Let's make these people like us by shooting them. I don't think that's gonna work. So yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, people usually hate bullets.
yeah, especially when they're coming at them, unless they're made of gold, Unless they're getting shot at by a pirate in AQ3D, that's a different story. So.
Man, golden bullets are supposed to get rid of evil.
Yeah, I thought that was silver bullets.
No, that's for werewolves.
Ah.
Gold's for demons.
Apparently, silver also works on vampires.
Yes.
In some cases.
Yes, a silver stake to the heart.
It's not on Dracula.
Mm-hmm. Well, now I know what I need to do if Loki ever gets out of hand. I just gotta get some silver bullets.
Now you see why.
Alright, I'm a special brand of werewolf. Silver doesn't work.
Oh, you're special, alright.
That's another reason why vampires
yes.
couldn't see their own reflection. Because most mirrors back in the day were laced with silver nitrate.
Oh, wow. Well, anyway, someone, it's your turn if you want to talk about golf.
Sure.
Oh.
1929, British Open men's golf. Murfield Walter Hagen wins 4th Open title by 6 strokes from fellow American Johnny Farrell.
Huh. Alright. 365 days later, in 1930, the first U.S. planetarium opened at Adler in Chicago. Chicago. Oh. Cool, planetarium. I wonder if it's still around, We also got 1931, golf ball-sized hail fell in Burlington, New Jersey. Whoa. That's lethal. Duck and cover right there.
I remember a video. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I remember this video I watched a few years ago in high school. Well, quite a few years ago. Anyway, they showed a video of hail the size of a basketball.
Oh, how is that even possible?
And it just totaled a SUV.
Dude, I'm not even surprised. Hail the size of basketball, how much would that weigh? Because, ice is heavy. Water is heavy.
Yeah, well, they said in the video it was the size of a basketball, but I'm thinking maybe more a little smaller than that. But still, it totaled this car.
Oh my god, it can happen. Look at this.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Dude, that will kill you.
Big.
That is huge. Wow.
Yeah, and guess what? The video that was being recorded of the car was from an underpass.
Dude, I have this picture here of a side by side. The guy's holding the hailstone, and it broke through like several floors. It looks like it came through the ceiling,
my
and it.
Lord!
Look at that. That's what I'm telling you.
It
Like
went right
that's.
through his house.
Yeah, no, dude. Like you're looking at several hundred pounds of ice, maybe. Like I'm no meteorologist, but like that's heavy, and it's coming down at terminal velocity. Keep that in mind. So you have something heavy moving really fast. You know, like.
Well, it'd be just like having a cannonball fly through the air.
Essentially, yeah. Like, that's scary.
Yeah, that's. Oh my God.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on up here to 1932. Government declared Wilhelmus as the Netherlands' national anthem. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then 1933, the Nazis staged a public book burning in Germany, or multiple public book burnings. Yeah, not good. You know, like if you want to, like I'm not for censorship. You know, if you don't want to read something, don't read it. But you know, don't destroy it. Like
Unless it's a Necronomicon, get rid of that bitch.
oh well, that's an exception right there. So
Yeah. That's
You don't
knowledge
need
we
to
don't
get a
need.
yeah.
situation.
Back to you, Mr. Sohan. You got an election of interest here.
Yes, 1936, Manuel Ananza elected the second president of the Spanish Republic.
Right on. Oh, that has to be right before what's his face? Oh, what was his name? Help me, Sohan. The guy of
Francis Franco?
yeah, Francisco Franco. Thank you. Moving on up to 1938, banning speech on anti-fascism demonstration in Amsterdam. That's not good. Banning anti-fascism speech. Yikes. So, but Sohan, you got an event of interest here.
Yes, 1940, Winston Churchill succeeds Neville Chamberlain as British Prime Minister.
Yes, yes, and like I'm gonna reinstate my theory here. Well, not reinstate, but restate my theory. I don't know the proper word. Anyway, you know, you look at today's world and then look at World War II. There's a lot of similarities. Okay, like you know, back in those times, Britain was the big boy on the block. You know, Germany was doing their thing. You know, we were doing our thing and all that stuff, yada yada. And then you look at today, we are the big boys on the block. China is following in the footsteps of Germany and then some. And then the similarities go even more. Okay, Winston Churchill was Prime Minister of Great Britain for a while, and then they voted him out. They brought in Neville Chamberlain. Neville Chamberlain kowtowed to Germany and allowed them to do what they did. And then, pardon me. And then later on, they booted him out, and they brought back Winston Churchill. Well, what have we gone through? You know, and once again, I'm not supporting this guy, but Donald Trump, you know, he was keeping things in check, so to speak, and everything. They got rid of him. They brought in, you know, Brandon, and Brandon is allowing China, you know, and Russia to do what they're doing and everything. So we're like more or less essentially repeating history. Just the roles are changed, occupied by different players, but doing the same moves. You know, it's really scary. You know, as a historian, you know, looking at today's world and looking back and saying, you know, history doesn't repeat itself, but it mirrors it very well. You know, I don't like what's coming. I know what's coming, and it's not good. Anyway, speaking of World War II, we also have a 1940 here. During the Second World War, we have two articles, actually. Nazi Germany invaded the Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, and France. Like, literally on the same day that they brought in Neville Chamberlain, so I wonder, you know, oh, what a coincidence. You know, and then also 1940 World War II, the first German bombs of the war fell on England at Chilham and Petham in Kent. Another coincidence. You know, that should be, you know, like, you know, that should be an omen. Like, they replaced him, and then the Nazis did two things on the same exact day, including attacking the British. So it's like, bring back Churchill, come on.
It's an omen. Oh man, it's stuck in my head now.
You got the Preakness Stakes if you want.
Yes, I do. 1941, 66 Preakness, Eddie Arcano wins aboard World Lari. Second leg of successful Triple Crown. It's gotta beat horses.
Alright. That guy has a heck of a
Ooh.
schnoz, look at that.
Yes, he does. Also, 1941. Adolf Hitler's deputy Rudolf Hess escaped to Britain to open secret negotiations with the Allies, parachuting into Scotland.
Yeah, that actually did. That did work. Well, that didn't work. It did happen. Like you know, a high level Nazi guy literally paradropped into Scotland to try to secretly negotiate a peace between Germany and England. And it didn't work, but like that's wild.
Brave.
Yeah, very brave. We got 1941 as well. The British House of Commons and Holborn Theatre were damaged in an air raid. Ooh.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Also, 1941, Queen Wilhelmina Radio Orange warns against treason.
You better not commit treason. I'm warning you. I'm wagging my finger and giving a stern look over the radio. I'm warning you.
Oh, don't you do that.
Gonna move on up to 1944. Smith and Allwright excluding blacks from primary voting was illegal. Good. You know, we should not exclude anybody from any voting or anything really. Like, exclusion is not the way. You know. Let's have
Especially when you need the numbers.
Yeah. Then 1950, the first Netherlands to U.S. telex sent. Telex, what is that? Telegraph? Let me check that out. What is telex? What is telex? An international system of telegraphy with printed messages transmitted and received by teleprinters using public telecommunications network. Looks to me like the predecessor towards the fax machine. Which reminds me, when the fax machine was initially invented, it existed in a time where the samurai were still alive and Abraham Lincoln was still around. So theoretically, a samurai could have sent a fax to Abraham Lincoln. Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
I told him, you have dishonored your country.
You have dishonored.
Seppuku now.
Yeah, seppuku.
Seppuku now.
No, I'd rather commit Sudoku, which is a very puzzling way to die.
And instead of saying kill yourself, commit seppuku.
Anyway, 1 year later, in 1951, Z. Alexander Lobby was elected to the National City Council. Okay? Or Luby, not Lobby, Luby. What a name. Z. Alexander Luby. Huh. I put that in there just because of the name. That's a weird name. So.
Yeah.
You got the Cannes Film Festival, Mr. Sohan.
Yes, 1952, 5th Cannes Film Festival, The Tragedy of Othello, The Moral of Venice, directed by Orson Welles, and 2 Cents Worth of Hope, directed by Nato Castellani, jointly awarded the Grand Prix du Festival International du Film.
Huh. Alright.
Orson Welles.
Yeah, Orson Welles.
He ate his ass to death.
Yeah, that's
No,
unfortunate.
I don't know if he did or not.
Wow. But look how thin he is right there. Yeah, he looks like a good guy right there in that picture.
Yeah.
Still your turn, sir. Actually,
Sure.
yeah.
1952, the Night King Film Festival, The Silent World, directed by Jacques Cousteau and Louis Carl wins the Palme d'Or.
Huh. Alright. I gotta learn more about these d'ors. The Balloon d'Or, the Palme d'Or. Like, how many d'ors are there? So.
Only one door you need to know of.
The back door.
Jim Morrison.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We have also in 1956, the French government sent 50,000, that's 50,000, reservists to Algeria. That's a lot of people to go to Algeria. I wonder what was going on there.
That is a lot of people. Also,
But before you go on, we have 1957, the first meeting of Legislative of Cameroon. Cool. Now you get to talk about the Soviet musician here.
the Soviet untouchable.
Yeah. Not even Stalin could take this guy out.
1957, Dmitri Shostakovich's second piano concerto, premieres played by his son Maxim at his graduation concert at Moscow Conservatory.
That is wicked awesome. Like, being the son of Dmitry Shostakovich and then playing at your own graduation at a concert, that is wicked awesome, dude.
And probably watching Stalin foam at the mouth when his dad dead.
Probably, yeah. Actually, was Stalin alive in 1957? When did he die?
No, I think he died before.
Let's see here. Joseph Stalin died in 53. So yeah, he'd already been dead for 4 years at this time. So all right. Never mind the foaming at the mouth.
Yeah, that's before him getting vaporized by Superman.
Oh yeah. But we have in 1959. Speaking of the Soviets, the Soviet forces arrived in Afghanistan. Yeah, that proxy war that we had with them in Afghanistan.
But yeah, pretty much he sealed his own fate by saying that shit.
Oh yeah, in times of great need, sometimes people need to die.
Oh yeah, I like it when he said wise words.
Yes. We all knew what was coming. Like, oh, Superman's gonna kill him. Like, very poor choice of words there, Stalin.
Yeah. Okay, now it's your turn.
No, you got an event of interest here.
Oh, good. Okay. Event of interest. 1960. John F. Kennedy wins presidential primary in West Virginia.
All right. Take me home, country roads, to the place I belong, West Virginia. Anyway, while that was happening in 1960 as well, the U.S. atomic submarine USS Triton completed the first submerged circumnavigation of the globe. That's big. Underwater around the entire planet, just to see if we could, and yeah, we can, and holy crap. So, yeah. Back to you. You get to talk about Charlie Watts.
1963, 1963, Decca Records signed the Rolling Stones on advice of Beatles George Harrison.
A very wise move right there. So, every time I see Charlie Watts, he looks like an old, why do I keep forgetting his name? The Oh My guy.
Bill Maher?
No, not Bill
George
Maher.
Takei.
Yeah, George Takei. Yeah.
Looks like Bill Maher and George Takei put together.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. Like if they merged. We have here in 1966, 25 degrees Fahrenheit, the lowest temperature ever recorded in Cleveland in May. Huh. That doesn't seem that low for Cleveland, but I guess May, So. And we got some sports history for Sohen.
Yay. Oh, good one. 1967, Hank Aaron hits his only inside the park home run off the Phillies' Jim Bunnan in Philadelphia.
Wow. His only inside the park home run. So normally this guy, whacks him.
He sends them packing.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of the Rolling Stones. So ahead.
Oh yeah, speaking of Rolling Stones, 1967, the Rolling Stones, Keith Richards, Brian Jones, and Mick Jagger arrested on drug charges. Of course.
Oh man.
By the way, one of them's a pirate.
Which one?
Keith Richards.
What makes you say that?
Teague. He was Captain Teague on the Pirates of the Caribbean movie at World's End.
Okay. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, so he's Jack's daddy.
Oh my God.
And in A Dead Man's Chest, he found out Paul McCartney's his uncle.
Oh my God, that's great. Hey, you got another one here in 1969. Great year.
Damn, 1969. In an interview, Belfast Telegraph, the former Northern Ireland Prime Minister Terence O'Neill states, "If you give Roman Catholics a good job and a good house, they will live like Protestants. They will refuse to have 18 children." The fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. What is he saying?
Pardon my French, but what in the hell?
Yeah, I don't really know what he's trying to say. Is he trying to say that if they actually live if they live well, then they become Protestants. Like,
what are we saying? That Catholics can't keep it in their pants?
oh my
Well,
God.
they don't believe in birth. Well, Catholics don't believe in birth control, so.
Well, no, they used to. They used to Mexico is still like, no, they don't. You're right. They don't believe in birth control.
Yeah.
So
Mexico, Philippines are still considered Catholic.
yeah, yeah. I was backwards there for a second. My brain's just not working. When is it ever?
So if you give them stuff to do, they won't think about screwing.
True. Anyway, 1969 as well. Turtles play White House. Mark Volman falls off stage 5 times. What?
Yeah, man.
Wow, bro. Like, I hope that was intentional.
Are you okay, buddy?
Yeah. And 1969 as well, the U.S. troops began their attack on Hill 937, aka Hamburger Hill, in Vietnam. So, and that's
Sir, are you bueno?
yeah, that's a movie I've yet to see, Hamburger Hill. But I think, isn't it called Hamburger Hill because like it was just a meat grinder? Like,
I think so.
Yeah.
Man, there's a lot of Vietnam movies I haven't seen. I've probably seen Platoon and I'm gonna count this one as one. I only seen Platoon. The other movie with Artie Army. I keep forgetting.
Full Metal Jacket.
And Dead Presidents because it has Vietnam in it.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a. What was that one Vietnam movie with Charlie Sheen?
But which one? You mean the parody made?
No. The one that like is the one that was directed by his dad, Martin Sheen or whatever.
Probably Platoon. I don't know.
No, it wasn't
or
Platoon. It was something else. I don't know.
Major Four.
Wait, was Charlie Sheen in Platoon?
Don't know.
I think he was. Anyway, let's move on up here. We got the Stanley Cup in 1970 for you, Sohead.
Yes, 1970 Stanley Cup Final, Boston Garden, Boston, Massachusetts. Bobby Orr scores famous OT winner as Boston beats St. Louis Blues 4-3 for a 4-0 sweep. Bruins. It's his first title since 1941.
Wow. So 29 years.
Correct.
Actually, yeah, 29 years, yeah. We got another one here in 1970. Atlanta Braves' Hoyt Wilhelm pitched in his 1,000th game and lost to the Cardinals 6-5. Pitched his 1,000th game. Wow.
Nice.
And in 1971, the U.S. special delivery rate goes up from 45 cents to 60 cents. And that's a pretty significant jump right there. 45 to 60, that's a 15-cent increase. And 15 cents is 1/3 of 45. So that's like, what, a 30% increase or something? If I'm doing my math correct? That's a big jump right there.
Yes.
We also have in 1972, overloaded South Korean bus plunged into a reservoir, causing the deaths of 77. That's awful. You know, this is why, you don't overload your stuff, like buses, trains, planes, boats especially, ferries, like so many ferry collapses or capsizing because overloaded and stuff. And here we go. Here's a really sad moment in history here for you, Sohan.
1973, Bruce Lee collapses in Golden Harvest Studios in Hong Kong and is rushed to Hong Kong Baptist Hospital, where doctors diagnose him with cerebral edema.
Not good, Bruce Lee. Like he died a tragic death, and his son, right? His son is the one who got shot by that blank or something, right?
No, it was a real bullet. They didn't catch it in time.
Oh. I thought there was just debris in the barrel, and he got hit with some shrapnel.
Someone replaced the blank bullet with an actual bullet.
Are you sure you're not thinking of the whole Alec Baldwin thing?
No, someone replaced it with an actual bullet. They wanted him dead.
Damn. Anyway, moving on up to 1979, the Federated States of Micronesia became self-governing. All right, really cool.
Yep.
And also in 79, Vivekananda, aka Sri Lanka, of Sri Lanka, sorry, completed a non-stop cycle ride of 187 hours, 28 minutes around Vihara Mahavi Devi Park, Colombo, in Sri Lanka. He had started on May 2nd, so 8 straight days, non-stop cycling. That is extreme endurance. Like,
Correct it is.
that if I wasn't so lazy, I'd be training to do something like that because I love cycling. So, and then back to you, Sohen. You got an event of interest here.
Sure, 1981, Francois Mitterrand defeats Valéry Giscard d'Estaing for presidency of France.
All right. And some radio history.
Yep, also in 1982, ABC Radio, New York plays its last record, John Lennon's Imagine, and switches to all talk format.
Man, that has got to be really weird. Like switching a format like that. Here's our last record, and then you just go to all talk. Like, that's jarring. Keep it
Probably
coming.
insulting the hell out of. Oh, you want me to do it one more?
Yeah, television finale.
1983, TV sitcom Laverne and Shirley last airs on ABC TV.
All right, Laverne and Shirley.
Yep.
Cool.
There you go. That's for you.
We have another 83 here. Lee Chin-young performed 170 continuous chin-ups in Seoul. Wow. Talk about being in shape.
Yeah. Keep your chin up. Way to keep your chin up.
Yep. Then we got 1986, Rock Me Amadeus by Falco hit #1 in UK pop chart. Alright, that's a good song. Look, keep knocking my vape over.
Also, 1988, Edgar Diaz, Dancer Jari, 14 sold for $10,120,000.
Holy crap. Let's take a look at this artwork here. Let's see here.
Yes, always take a look at the artwork.
Is this worth? Oh, it's a statue. Little dancer of 14 years. Is this the right way? Edgar Degas. Edgar Degas. Yeah. So this little statue sold for over $10 million. Okay. All right. Would this be it? This is another painting here. I don't know. Anyway, you got an election of interest here.
Yes, I do. 1989, General Manuel Noriega's Panama government notifies country's elections which the opposition had won by a 1/3 margin.
Huh.
Wow.
Yeah,
Someone say dictator?
Yep, he was not a good guy. You got another one, 1990.
1990, Howard Stern holds a mock funeral for rival John DeBella.
That's rude. Like, what's he saying? Like, oh, I'm going to put you in the ground? Because, I don't know. Sometimes rivalries get a little bit too crazy.
I don't know. I don't speak hunt.
Yeah. Ha! Hey, Jose Canseco.
Yep. Go ahead. That's you, I think.
All right. 1991, Oakland A's Jose Canseco was seen leaving singer Madonna's apartment. Ooh. I wonder if they're doing a little old-fashioned boingy boingy there.
Look at him, man. Ride the Tom bike.
Ha 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 ha!
Also, 1993, Bill Walton is inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame.
Good.
I'll say indicted.
Indicted. He was indicted into the Hall of Fame. That's a weird way to get into the Hall of Fame, I tell you what. What else do we got here? More highlighted ones just for you. So ahead.
Yeah. Ooh, 1993, Paul Charmaine Peyton's Still Life of Apple sells for 28,600,000 in New York City.
Holy crap! Let's take a
Yeah.
look at this. Still life with
Ooh.
apples. What was his name? Paul Kizane.
Yeah.
Paul. Here we go. So this one here specifically, that sold for how much? $28 million. Jesus.
28,600,000.
Wow. Once again, can anybody say money laundering? You know, like holy crap. Who would spend that much
Also,
money for that? Like, it's a good painting, but still, like.
1994, Barbra Streisand begins first concert tour in 30 years at the Capitol Centric in Landover, Maryland, after warm-up shows in Las Vegas and London.
Huh. So that's interesting. She called them warm-up shows to avoid them being her first concerts. Okay, whatever. Anyway, 1994 as well, DGC Records released Weezer, known as the Blue Album, the debut album of rock band Weezer. And there's this one YouTuber, like he keeps getting trolled by Weezer memes. He gets all pissed off about it. It's really funny. And oh, here we go. 1994 as well, the musical sequel, The Best Little Whorehouse Goes Public, opened at Lunt-Fontanne Theater in New York City, running for 16 performances. Well, clearly it wasn't The Best Little Whorehouse, because I'm pretty sure 16 performances is a low number for a whorehouse.
Yeah, they probably wanted to find out the location. This just went
That makes sense.
to the best low. 1994, Nelson Mandela is sworn in as South Africa's first black president.
Yes. Yes. Nelson Mandela.
We found out he's fake and he's just nothing but Morgan Freeman in disguise.
I wouldn't be surprised. So. Or maybe Nelson Mandela faked his death and became Morgan Freeman. Maybe he was leading two lives? Question mark. I mean, like, that would explain the Mandela effect. He tried to fake his own death once and it didn't work. So then he concocted an entire theory.
Also, 1994, Silvio Berlusconi forms Italian government with 5 neo-fascists.
Oh my god. When will
One
Italy
of those
learn?
people gotta be Mussolini.
Yeah, well, funny thing, and I know you already know this, Sohan, but for anybody watching this, and I know Loki probably doesn't know this, Benito Mussolini, the inventor of fascism, his granddaughter is currently as I speak, in the Italian government, and she still has the same last name, Mussolini. So, yeah, let's see how that rides out.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Also, 1995, 30th Academy of Country Music Awards, Alan Jackson and Reba McEntire win.
All right. Still with you. This is one of my favorite movies, by the way. 1996.
1996, Twister, disaster film written by Michael Crichton, starring Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton premieres. Also, Philip Seymour Hoffman, he's in it too.
Yes. As Dusty, the crazy guy.
Yep. Yeah.
We also have in 1996 as well, Excel Communications Inc. became the youngest company ever to join the New York Stock Exchange, the NYSE, trading under the symbol ECI. All right. And then you got an election of interest here.
Yes, 1998, Viktor Orban, elected Prime Minister of Hungary after his Fidesz party forms a central-right coalition, the Independent Smallholders Party and Hungarian Democratic Forum.
Huh. All right. Jumping on up into the next millennium, and we spoke about this country several times earlier in the show already. In the year 2000, India's population reached 1 billion. Baby girl Asatha was born at Delhi's Safdarjung Hospital, chosen as symbolic billionth. Alright, so she is the billionth. Cool. That's an interesting title to carry with you for the rest of your life. Yeah, I was the billionth person in India. Huh.
He said he split the salami.
Yep.
Oh. 2004. Well, or do you find anything else?
I have one here in 2002. The Anaheim Angels crushed the Chicago White Sox 19-0. Wow. The Angels joined the 1923. Angels joined the 1923 Indians, 1939 Yankees, and 1950 Red Sox as the only teams to beat two opponents by 19 or more runs in the same season. Cool. Go Angels, yeah. So, now it's your turn.
Yes. 2004 Lawrence World Sports Award, Cultural Central of Belgium, Lisbon, Portugal, sportsman Michael Schumacher, sportswoman Annika Sorenstam, Team England, men's national rugby union team.
All right.
And 2005, a hand grenade thrown by Vladimir Authorian lands about 65 feet, 20 meters from U.S. President George W. Bush while giving a speech to a crowd in Hillsborough, Georgia. It malfunctions and does not detonate.
Well, this guy keeps dodging all sorts of stuff. You know, he dodged two shoes. He avoided getting blown up by a dud grenade. Yet he almost got taken out by choking on a pretzel. Come on, Bush, get your shit together. You know? But then 2006, Giorgio Napolitano was elected the president of Italy, the first former communist to become president. Ooh. He's a former communist. Hopefully he didn't have a relapse. So.
Yeah. Also, 2018, Philippine court acquits Imelda Marcos in a 17-year-old case of 32 counts of illegal transfer of wealth totaling $863 million in Swiss bank accounts.
Yikes. And they acquitted her? That's not good.
Yes.
They should have thrown the book at that bitch. Oh, here we go. You get to talk about Flavor Flav!
Yes, 2010, Flavor Flav guest hosts the wrestling show WWE Raw.
Dude, every time I see, that name, WWE Raw, like, I think of, like, a raw wound or, like, chafing on your inner thigh from walking too much or something. Like, are these people wrestling with, like, rashes and stuff? That sounds very uncomfortable. So.
No.
Wrestling with raw steaks, they're just slapping each other around.
Dude, that's a good idea. Instead of slapping, we should slap with steaks, and if you slap enough, you can cook it. Like, there is a theory, like, can you fully cook a chicken by slapping it enough? And yes, you can. The friction will provide heat. It'll take a while, but it can happen. So.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, Ed?
Yes, 2011, Christina Perri releases her debut studio album Love Strong.
Alright.
And also 2012, Pope Benedict XVI signs decree of canonizing the Benedictine nun and composer Hildegard von Bergen, completing sainthood and process in 1228.
Yeah, so the process of officially canonizing this person, turning them into a saint, started in 1228, and Pope Benedict the 16th here finished it in 2012. So let's see. It's,
Lord.
Yeah, that took a while. So let's see here. 2012 minus 1228. It took 784 years for this individual to become a saint. That's a long time. But
Yes.
better late than never? Question mark.
Yes.
We got here in 2012 as well, the Red Cross suspended all humanitarian work in Pakistan after a worker was kidnapped and killed. Yeah, don't bite the hand that feeds you. So.
Yep. Also, you want? Okay, yeah, you can do that one.
2012 as well. Two bombings in Damascus, Syria, caused the death of 55 people and the injuries of 370 more. Wow. That's brutal.
Yeesh.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of those.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway.
Also, 2013, Angelica Pascal releases a new album called A.
Hey!
She stole the A from ABBA.
Huh.
No, because she is from the band ABBA.
Ah, okay.
Also, 2013, Joe Skatic is hired by his former team, the Colorado Avalanche, as executive vice president of hockey operations.
That's
That sounds
interesting.
that
That's
sounds
cool.
scary.
It sounds scary.
Sounds like scary hockey stuff
Yeah.
of operations.
Uh,
He's will break your back. He's will break your knee.
well, there's a reason why a lot of them are missing teeth.
He's will knock your teeth out.
Yep.
Okay.
Film and TV history here.
Film and TV history, 2015 61st British Academy Television Awards, The Graham Norton Show, Best Comedy, Happy Valley, Best Drama. And that's about to end soon, Happy Valley.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah. Also, 2015 PGA Players Championship, TPC at Sawgrass, Ricky Flower wins, beating Kevin Kisner and Sergio Garcia by one stroke in the playoffs.
Oh, that's close.
Yes.
Yep. 1 year later, we're talking about India again. Here we go. Indian fertility clinic announced that a 70-year-old woman has successfully given birth to a baby boy. 70 years.
God damn.
Like, menopause did not hit that lady at all.
It did, but she didn't. It didn't listen. Like, I am going to still do it.
Yeah. Those Indians, man, they know how to reproduce. No joke. And then, 1 year later, 2017, Apple became the first company to be worth more than $800 billion. Oh, that's,
Yeah. Of course, when you sell your product that fucking high,
yeah.
and people are dumb enough to buy them.
Planned obsolescence, kill switches, stuff like that. No. Getting rid of the headphone jack, forcing people to buy AirPods at $100 a pop. Freaking runaway capitalism at its finest right there.
And people buy them just to do it. Also, 2017, U.S. President Donald Trump shares classified information about ISIS with Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov and Ambassador Sergei Kasky at the Oval Office.
Yeah, I don't think that's true. Once again, I want to reiterate that this source is a leftist source, so I think this entire article is complete BS. Just to push political agendas and stuff. You know how the left like to lie, so...
Also, both sides like to lie.
True. One's better than the other at that, though. So.
2017 USGS released a report saying that some glaciers in Montana have receded by 85% in the last 50 years.
Yeah, I'm going to call bogus on that, too. So, but we'll see. 2018, China announced plans for the world's largest weather control mechanism, rain-inducing machines for the Tibetan Plateau, area the size of Alaska. That's very concerning. Why did we never hear about this before? What the hell? What is China doing controlling the weather? What? Why are we not up in arms about that? That is terrifying. And while that was happening in 2018 as well, Israel, of course, fired missiles at 70 Iranian targets inside Syria after Iran fired missiles into the Golan Heights, which claimed Israel struck first in an attack on Bath, which, I'm not a supporter of Iran, but, I'd rather support Iran than Israel in that circumstance. So Israel is a very, very aggressive nation.
Yes, 2018, Mahathir Mohamad is sworn as 7th Prime Minister of Malaysia, the world's oldest leader at 92.
Oh, okay. So, there's a Biden joke in there somewhere.
Also, 2018, a new record auction price for a Latin American artwork of $9.76 million for Diego Rivera's The Rivals.
Let's check out what this piece of art looks like. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I've seen this before. The Rivals. Huh.
Also, 2018, R. Kelly's songs removed from Spotify playlist after sexual abuse allegations.
That's what you get. Golden Shower Boy.
Yeah, They're not fucking urinals.
They're human beings.
Not urinals. Also, 2018, Rafael Nadal breaks John McEnroe's record for successful sets wins on a single surface, 49 on carpet with 63-64 wins over Diego Schwartzman at the Madrid Open play.
Huh. Alright.
2019, Rihanna announces her new upmarket fashion label Fenty with world's largest luxury group LVMH, her first black female designer.
Now hold on a second. I'm gonna go back here. Rafael Nadal looks like Justin Trudeau. Doesn't he?
Yes, and Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, kind
Maybe a
of.
little.
Yeah.
Alright. That's Canada.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on up, 2019 as well, the taxi service Uber became a public company opening on the New York Stock Exchange.
Pretty nice.
Yeah.
Uber.
Yeah. And in 2019 as well, the U.S. began raising tariffs on $250 billion of Chinese imports to 25% after trade talks fail. Yeah. You know, like, as much as I believe he's a false idol and, you know, he's just, he's nothing more than a dancing monkey on stage, on the surface, Trump was doing good. So, you know, you gotta give credit where credit is due. And here we go. This is interesting. 2019, YouTube dispute between beauty vloggers James Charles and Taddy Westbrook viewed more than 40 million times. Wow. You know, I'd like some of that love to be coming over here because we actually provide quality content in the Omni Coalition.
Idiot beef between the two idiots.
Yeah.
And creeps and possible predator.
Yeah. And here's something not surprising at all. China, here we go, 2021. Chinese safari park in Fuyang was forced to apologize for not informing the public that 3 leopards had escaped April 19th and been roaming nearby neighborhoods. How do you not let people know that, like, 3, you know, beasts of, like, of a predator are roaming your neighborhoods? They're going to kill people and eat children, you know?
That actually happened. Something similar happened in my town. We had this small animal park thing, and they had a few animals. They didn't announce that they had a mountain lion, like a caged mountain lion. They didn't tell anyone. It got out. It had been killing household pets in the neighborhoods for about a week.
Wow.
Until officials found out about it because of someone in their backyard spotted it. So they had to get officers with rifles out there quickly before it like decided to go away.
So, wait, so they didn't even capture it?
No, they killed it.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it got okay. Also, 2021, Kangusala Road and Rail Bridge, 1 kilometer long, opens over the Zambezi River, linking Botswana and Zambia with a curve so it doesn't encroach on Zimbabwe.
Robert Mugabe opposed it.
Mugabe opposed it.
Huh, well, let's check this out.
Of course, he's a Zimbabwe president. Like, why are you invited?
Yeah.
Why are you inviting me? You owe me money. I'm joking, that's not what it is.
Huh.
But it sounds what the fuck is.
Yeah, that's kind of like tongue-in-cheek.
Why would they make a bridge that curves past Zimbabwe?
Yeah. Let's see here. What else do we got? 2021. Violence escalated between Palestinians and Israelis after Israel officers enter Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem. Rockets were then fired from Gaza and airstrikes from Israel killed at least 31. You know, as all of this Israel-Palestinian conflict stuff will end as soon as the world realizes Israel is the aggressor. You know, like Palestine ain't innocent either, but, you know, who's winning? Palestine isn't even on the map anymore. According to Google, Palestine isn't even a country anymore. So who's really winning? You know? And who's in control of Google? Oh, some people from Israel. So, makes me think.
For
Hey,
Elon Musk now.
well, allegedly, I've been getting some flack about that on various servers, saying that that's not true. That's a false video from like January or something. And like really, honestly, we would have heard like a lot more to it. It's not like somebody like even Elon Musk can't just I'm gonna buy Google and just goes and buys it. Like there'd be weeks, if not months, of litigation. You know. So. Anyway, 2022, and this one was really interesting. Apple ended the production of its iPod music player after 21 years. I did not know they were still making them just last year. That's wild. Huh. Back to you, Mr. Soen. You got a couple ones here.
2012, well, 2022, for the first time, Prince Charles delivers the Queen's speech at the state opening in the UK Parliament.
I think they should rename that back to the King's Speech because he ain't a queen. Like,
Yeah.
unless they want to
Okay.
have what's his face? Well, who's that English singer? Like the pianist guy?
Freddie Mercury,
No, the other guy, the white guy.
Elton John.
Elton John. He can read the Queen's Speech. So,
Man, Elton John can do whatever he wants. He Elton John.
yeah.
Also, 2022, Tom Brady agrees to record 10-year, $375 million deal to be Fox Sports lead analyst when he decides to finally retire, surpasses $303 million the quarterback earned in salary during his NFL career.
Wow. Wow. So not only is he retiring, but he's retiring into a job that's going to pay more. Holy shit. This guy's living the life. Wow.
And all you had to do was deflate some balls.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That sounds, yeah. I'm not going to say the comment I was about to say. Anyway, why don't you wrap us up here with this last article in 2022?
Sure. 2022 U.S. reports highest rate of gun-related deaths in 24 years in 2022. Well, 2020. According to the CDC, with firearm homicides increased 35% to 66.1 deaths per 1,000 people nationwide. I didn't
100,000.
know people were dying. I didn't know people were dying from lead poisoning. Or
But yeah, this is
Why
what
is the
happens.
why is the CDC talking about this? This isn't a disease.
Yeah, I know, right? Like they well, the CDC is way out of their league. Like they have. It's been proven that they have absolutely like no jurisdictional right to anything anymore.
Unless someone's coughing on the bullets, then I don't know.
And well,
Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine them putting the fucking bullets in. Cough on them first.
yo, what kind of firearm do you use to seal a coffin? A nail gun. Anyway, that shall conclude the show for today. Once again, you can check the underbar of the description for any links you may find interesting, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition, which in itself includes,
Showing TV on Twitch.
among other links, Anyway, for your dose of Passive Events Daily, we stream every day at 11 in the morning Pacific Time, which is 12 Mountain.
1 Central.
we're both confused. And 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, respectively. For all of you and all of us, I am A.O. Xander.
Go ahead.
Hey, Loki.
Yeah. And you, of course, audience member, are you. And until you catch us tomorrow, and I know I said this promise yesterday, but some things happened in Discord that required my attention, so I had to forego the news show yesterday. We will be doing Talkness today at 3 p.m. Pacific Time, so hang tight for that. And please go to the Twitter. I'm going to try to be more active on Twitter to keep everything up to date. It's been literally 6 years since I've really operated on any social media platform. I got rid of my Facebook in 2017 and haven't touched anything really since. So I am way out of practice. But anyway, until whenever you see us, until then, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles!